All right, boys. If you could play a board game with one person, who would it be?
Weird Al.
Drew Brees.
Taylor Swift. Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Mike.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. And today, because we're a bunch of Swifties, well, maybe not, we're going to do top 5 games we would play with Taylor Swift. And trust me, these all make perfect sense. And this is a well-curated list. So, Bob.
Sure.
Number 5.
Well, she's got a song named Blank Space. Makes me think of a blank slate where I'd like to put her name in there, I guess.
I mean, you could put her name in there. It could be an answer, I guess.
Could be.
But Blank Slate basically is a game where there's a card that comes out and there's a space either before...
Space and a blank or a blank then a space.
Right.
That's
and then
right.
everybody's going to write a word to then try
That's
to
right.
match one person, but you don't want to match everybody because if you match more than one person, your points are reduced.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't match at least one person,
You don't get any points.
you don't get anything. And then you're
right.
just stuck listening to the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
I would contribute to this, but I'm drawing blanks.
Oh, boy. I would... This is going to hurt.
This is going to hurt.
All right. This whole video is going to hurt, boys. Be ready for the pain. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Legit excited about this one.
This is a pretty good one.
Come on. It was the first one I thought of, too.
Okay.
So you say we got Bad Blood.
Apparently.
Bad Blood, right? First game I thought of is the game that has caused so much bad blood
It is a
between my
game.
friends and I. That is Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones.
Because, I mean, not only is there backstabbing and betrayals amongst the families in this game, but, I mean, you can't play this game without backstabbing and betraying your friends. And so now we got Bad Blood.
We do.
Game of Thrones, it's based on the books, because I'm a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
And really what's really cool about it is you have these hidden action. You assign actions to all your the
Armies,
areas
yeah.
where your units are, and they're hidden. And so we can talk and
I'm not attacking here, dude. Don't worry about it.
oh,
No
perfect.
sweat. No sweat.
Because now I'm gonna not attack Mike.
Yes, you should totally not attack Mike.
Yeah, and then we flip the tokens, and then we resolve in initiative
Oh, we're all
order.
attacking.
You're like son of a blah, blah, blah. Super fun game, especially if you're into Game of Thrones.
Yep,
It's very
lore.
thematic. Not for the faint of heart, though, because
No.
you're gonna get screwed by somebody in that
Yes.
game. You're gonna get stabbed in the back,
Leave it on the table. Don't take it with you.
and you are gonna have bad blood.
Yep.
For sure.
What goes around comes around. Some people call that karma.
Oh God, we're not even.
That was even one of the picks.
I know. You're secret Swiftie over there.
Secret Swiftie. That's Mike. That's for play. Oh,
Whoa, easy.
oh,
We got it on
we
Secret
could have
Hitler.
Secret Hitler.
Oh,
Secret
no.
Swiftie. Secret Swiftie. It's
Oh,
Mike.
God.
Mike's
Mike's
the Secret
Secret
Swiftie.
She's also got a song called Bejeweled because I picked Splendor. Everybody knows that diamonds are a woman's best friend, so why not get diamonds to a woman that has enough money to buy all the diamonds?
Yeah, so
suppose.
I don't know the song Bejeweled, but I do know the game Splendor.
I don't
do.
either.
I might have heard it because I did take my kids to see the Eras
Oh,
Tour
okay,
thing.
sure. Oh, like on the
Yeah,
on the TV.
Yeah, at the movie theater.
Sure,
I did not.
yeah.
I do not have the
That kind of money.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You're making that BGR money now.
Yeah, I can't even buy a Taylor
I got
Swift
some
CD.
bottle caps.
Yeah, we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. But yeah, Bejeweled and Splendor. So Splendor Duel, we should just go because Mike, tell a little bit about Splendor Duel because that's the one you like.
The Splendor Duel is great. It takes Splendor and improves it in every way, minus the player count. You're basically taking jewels off of a board, but instead of only having all of them available, you have to take them in a row or a column or diagonal. You can only take 3, and when you fulfill one of the contract cards, the jewels don't just go back into the supply, they go into a bag, and you actually have to use an action to take the tiles from the bag and put them back onto the board to replenish the supply. Adds an interesting timing mechanic and improves in Splendor in every way.
There you go. All right, we are on to number 2.
Number 2. So this is a collaborative list. I was told number 2 was going to be Wildest Dreams and Dixit. However, I don't know the song nor the game. So, guys, why don't you elaborate?
Do we need to have Weird Al do a parody of Wildest Dreams so then you would know it?
That's where I get most of my pop culture music references. When I hear a song on the radio that's by the original artist, I'm like, hey, I know that song. It was in a polka not that long ago.
Right.
I will just say that never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be doing a T-Swift board game list.
This is true as well.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if you want to talk about music artists that you aren't excited about, I will then talk about a game that I'm not excited about. Dixit's fine. It's an older game, so I think it has been done better now.
Okay.
Kind of like Dominion, right?
Okay.
Great game when it came out. Very important for what it was. But Dixit famously has these amazing tarot-sized cards with crazy art, right? All over the place.
That's what I know. It's very artsy.
Very dream. It feels very dream logic, right? On the cards, and they're so cool. And basically, what's happening is the storyteller has a hand of cards. They're going to pick one of them. They're going to tell a story, like a sentence or two, based on that card, and everybody's going to contribute a card based on that sentence. And the storyteller is going to put their card that they picked. They're all going to get shuffled together. They get revealed, and then everyone but the storyteller is going to try to pick out which one is their card, and then you score points accordingly. It's fine. There's other variations of it that I would rather
It's
play.
sort of like Detective Club uses the similar cards.
Yeah, but more fun.
Yes, that's the game I have played.
Yeah, and that's the game I would rather play.
Sure.
But you won't have Detective Club without Dixit. So you acknowledge the founder, right? The forefathers, and then you play the better version of the game.
Got you.
But yeah, I mean, come on. We're making this list. Wildest Dreams, very popular song, and it would be
If you say so.
silly not to use Dixit as
Those cards.
Good game to play with creative people.
Oh, for sure.
And that's kind of where I was on the okay with it, because you did explain those cards and they were similar to Dixit, and they do seem very dreamscape. So in my wildest dreams, I might see some of those pictures.
And Bob, being the big T Swift fan here, it was really important to him that this whole list really made sense.
That's true. And I argued for a lot.
You did. You spent the whole time arguing. Mostly,
very
please don't
serious
make me
about
do
it.
this.
that was the largest argument. But yeah, here I am.
All right, number 1 with a bullet.
That's right.
On tour.
On tour.
There's no hey,
gotta
let's
be.
tie this into a song. Seriously, it's an amazing game. Is it? Who makes it? Board game tables?
Yes.
Yes, all play.
All play. Oh yeah, they're all play now.
Correct.
Man, On Tour is so good.
It is.
You're rolling and you're writing on you got a map of the United States. You got cards that tell you basically
Where you have to place the numbers.
like a region-ish.
Yes.
And you are trying to connect. I mean, you're trying to sequentially plan a tour and have the.
Yeah, so as you
Best
flip the
continuous
cards
run.
and you roll the dice, you have to play. So if you roll, because you have two 10-sided dice, if you have like a 2 and a 3, you have to place a 23 and a 32. And it has to be in those areas that the cards you flipped. And at the very end, you're basically going to go from lowest to highest, because you think about it, that's how much money you're making per gig. So you don't ever want to go backwards. You always want to move forward. And you're going to be, tracing a path as much as you can through the states to the larger numbers. And whoever makes the most money at the end of the tour wins.
So in honor of the Eras Tour, which
Yeah.
was insanely popular.
Insanely popular.
So he
Still
didn't
on.
want to tie it into a song. He tied it into a whole tour, which turned into a movie.
All the songs.
You know what though? I appreciated that because I was able to take my family to see it at an
For a
affordable
reasonable
price.
price. Yeah.
And they had an amazing time. And I
Yep.
was like, that's fine.
Do they sell merch and stuff like that there? Or?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I blacked out as much as I did. No, honestly, it was a really good time, and I really appreciated the experience. I thought it was awesome. Because again, I was in a theater full of people that were they couldn't make either. I mean, I don't know. I assume they couldn't make it to one of the concerts.
Sure.
And what an awesome way. I wish more bands would do that because
Yeah.
you have like these world tours and you can't. There's some bands I
Their
would love to
contracts
see.
and stuff like that. They
And I don't
can't
have
do it.
either the 100 plus $200, $300, $400 to see them or the means to drive to Los Angeles. You know what I mean? To see
Right,
them
Las
play.
Vegas,
So if
yeah.
you could go somewhere like in a movie theater and see like I would pay a premium price, a higher price to get to watch a concert. I mean, the sound was amazing,
Sure.
right? It's a full screen, you know, and it was a good experience.
Yeah, a couple things like that. That's really cool of her to do, considering a lot of these musicians will make a lot of money selling their swag at the concerts. And
Right.
so for her to be able to put one of her shows out to people and not be able to make that extra money off that, you know, is really cool of her to do.
She's pretty conscientious.
Yeah.
She pays her workers well.
And not to derail the topic too much, you and I went to go see, didn't we see the Monty Python?
We saw Monty Python in a very similar thing. It was
Yeah,
live
it was
at the
very cool.
bowl kind of thing.
One
It was-
down, 4 to go, or something like that's what they wanted to call it, but they couldn't. Yeah, they
it
felt
was
bad.
really good. It was really fun, and again, paid well worth the money.
Well worth the money. It's a lot cheaper than flying to England and watching it over there.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Mike, do we miss any Taylor Swift songs that you love?
No, I think we covered all of my favorites.
Oh,
actually.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. There's a few football games you could look up if you wanted to, you know, support
Take that
Travis
route.
Kelce because
Yeah, yeah.
you know he's needs the help.
He does.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you for indulging on our list of the Taylor Swift top 5 games we'd play with Taylor Swift, which we clearly put a lot of work and effort into. If you want to see us do another fun list like this, and you want to watch us not be tortured, but we're really happy to do this, join the Patreon.
Yeah.
We have to do it if you do that.
That's right. We have to do that. I think
That's
it's in the
true.
contract.
Yeah.
But also leave names of artists below that you like to think about. Hey, what games would you play with this person? I wouldn't mind doing a Weird Al.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any game. Any game.
Yeah, that would seriously would be my whole list. Be
I
like,
just
I
want to
don't-
do a game parody list now.
Ooh.
Did that just happen?
I think something just
Okay,
happened.
cut the camera. Mike, that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and back on again.
Yeah, Mike, that sucked. Awesome.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and indulging us in this little thing we just did. But for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
I'm glad we made swift work of this list.
We'll see you next time.